No worries at all. Good morning, James from Australia. I'm Shane from Triple M Radio.
How's it going? I see you got one of my old headshots there behind you.
Well, I'm amazed you haven't worked with Tom before. Has there ever been an opportunity?
Well, no, I haven't worked with him, but there was that just popped. I just had a flashback. There was something I was close to working with him on, and I can't remember. It must have been something really special that I've forgotten. But yeah, no, I've met him a few times, but I've never worked with him.
Of course. You've come a long way, James, since Sugar and Spice. So congratulations on your career.
That's a deep cut. Sugar and Spice, man. That's when was that? 2003 or something? 2002?
Yeah, something like that. Well done on the career so far.
Thanks. I'm still kicking.
Mate, you're going well. Tim, how did you get the role of Tim?
Well, I was really familiar with the first movie. I watched it on a loop with my young kids, and was familiar with it. So when the script kind of came, my agent sent me the script and said there was interest, and I just kind of jumped at the opportunity. I said, I'd really love to do this. I've just always wanted to be a part of these movies that really the only movies I get to watch, because I have 3 kids, and people say, oh, have you seen I'm trying to think of like an Oscar movie, like have you seen the new Oscar movies? Like, none of them. I've seen How to Train Your Dragon. I've seen Kung Fu Panda, because I have kids. So those are the movies I get to see. So for me, I've always wanted to be a part of one of them. And this came along and it was like, yes, I'd love to.
Was it a traditional way of recording your voice, or did you have other actors around you?
No, it was just me and a microphone. And it was the other actor I did have opposite me was Tom McGrath, who was the director. Yeah. And he would sort of illustrate for me, using his words, what was going on in the scene and what I was going to be seeing and what we wanted to kind of achieve and I would have these pages in front of me and a microphone, and it was like, okay, let's do it. So I would read, he would read Alex, his lines, and you just get to play with it. You read the scenes through a couple of times, and then you focus on one line and do it 10 different ways. And some may work.
Well, you did very well. There's some strong family themes about not growing up too fast. What cool, fun childhood memories do you have?
Oh man, I have so many. I mean, I grew up, I'm sure you must feel the same way, although you're probably younger than me. I grew up before the internet, right? So there were no cell phones and there was no internet. And now when I say that, it makes me sound so old, right? I sound like my parents. But I was lucky enough to get home from school and go outside and immerse myself in nature. And I'd go fishing, I would, ride my bike, and I would go and, just get outside and muck about and get dirty. And I don't know. All we had was our imaginations back then. We weren't even allowed to watch TV until that 1 hour a night when we could watch it, so it was, I have the fondest memories of being a kid, because it forced you to get creative. Building forts in my backyard. I remember building 2-story forts in my backyard with blankets, and, surprised we were just nailing pieces of, rotten wood together. So it was just, I don't know. I loved it. And now it's like kids are, on their phones and iPads, and hopefully watching Boss Baby, but who knows? But I love being a kid.
You were destined to become an actor, obviously, playing in forts.
Oh yeah. Well, that's it. Like, I was walking around talking to myself as a kid, right? I was doing different accents and playing different characters, and I was always doing a bit from Saturday Night Live. And it was, I guess you could say I was destined to be an actor. That a better way to put that would be I was destined to not be anything else. I wasn't really good at anything else. I don't know. So I just enjoyed performing, and I enjoyed slipping into some other reality. It just always was fun to me.
If you were the Boss Baby, what would be the first thing on your agenda?
Oh, boy, as a baby, as a kid, I would be the boss of what's for dinner. I would be, we're not having the veggies, steamed veggies. We're going to do a full on, everything would have to be terrible for you. No, I'm sure, I don't know. What would I be the boss of? It would not be good stuff. I would just be a full candy diet. It would be nonstop video game playing. It would not be a healthy thing. But if it was me as an adult going back and being the boss baby, I'd say, all right, I'm the boss. Put your devices down. Let's get outside and play.
And also, you've done some singing in your career, some very good singing. What's the difference? What's the difference between singing and doing a voiceover for an animated character?
They're really similar, to be honest with you. It's that's your one instrument, right? You're only relying on your voice, and you're gonna, if there's any cracks, they're gonna be magnified, right? Because you can't distract people with what you look like or the props you're wearing or the costumes you're wearing. And so there's rhythm to music and there's rhythm to voiceover work. There's pitch to music and there's pitch to voiceover work, and there's energy, right? There's crescendos and decrescendos, and there's room for a nuance and subtlety, and there's room for going really big. And so I think those are the most similar things about voiceovers and singing.
Some sequels are made out of just box office results, others for quality. Why is Boss Baby an excellent sequel to the original?
I think because it checks both of those boxes. I think it did really well, at the box office, but also it was, I think it came along and was like, what is this movie? And what is this concept about a baby that's it's sort of talking like he's a CEO of a company and cocky, and it was just charming. It was charming. It was like this, it always had this heart at the core of it, where there's two brothers that needed each other. And I think that was, you can't just have sort of a colorful, ornamental, nonstop action sequence without a heart in the middle of it. They're not gonna make that sequel, right? I think it's just gonna be empty calories. And the first Boss Baby just, it kind of struck a chord when he's reading him the letter that he writes to his brother, or at the very end, and he starts singing Blackbird, and I don't know, it's just like this, these little touches of leaning on each other and needing each other and needing to be there for each other. That always has to be intact. That's always got to be a real main ingredient of the movie. I think is the reason why it did well at the box office.
Tell me a little bit about Frank Langella. You've worked with him in one of your best movies, The Box, and also Robot and Frank.
Well, you're pulling out all the good ones. The Box, Sugar and Spice. We did 3 movies together. See if you can guess the third one. We did Robot and Frank. We did The Box, and we did Superman Returns that was shot in Australia. He was Perry White and I was Richard White, his nephew. We didn't really have any scenes together in that, but we were in the same movie together. Oh, he's just always been like a father to me. I mean, he's played my father, and once he's played my father, but just you'd be hard pressed to find a man who's more full of light and enjoys life more than he does. He always has some funny little quip about life, and he's always got like a dirty joke he wants to tell, or he's got like, he's just, he's in the best way, but he's old school, wonderful, just total pro. And I just couldn't stop watching him every time I'm on set with him, just to pick up every little bit I could, and so I love him, and he's just, I feel very lucky to be sharing the screen with him, and so many times I got to.
Can you surf?
These are random questions, but no, I can't. I tried once and I got up okay. And when I fell, the board smashed me in the rib cage and cracked a rib. And I never went back to it after that.
And final quick question, if you were not an actor or a performer, what occupation would you be doing?
If I wasn't an actor, I would probably be unemployed. If I wasn't an actor, I probably would have pursued music.
I was going to say you could release an album tomorrow, James.
Oh, that's very kind of you, but maybe 20 years ago. You know, but I'll take the compliment. Thank you.
Good luck with Boss Baby 2 and the rest of your career, and I look forward to everything else in the future. And the Sugar and Spice movie and The Box are two movies that I'll watch on a regular basis.
Oh, cool! That's very nice of you. I always hear the big ones like X-Men and stuff, and rarely hear those. So it means a lot. I appreciate that.
See you in Australia another time, maybe.
Sounds good.
Cheers.